They're just opinions, so don't take it personally. Just because we don't like it, you can still be happy. Enjoy what you like, you're an adult. Yeah. DWN Productions, maskless props and costume work. If you want a monster name, contact DWN Productions. Fast custom shirts, hundreds of t-shirts, all at reasonable prices. If you need custom work, contact Fast Custom Shirts. Grab a cold one and get ready for the show. It's intended for mature audiences because we kid and joke. Boy God is here and so is Tom and Joe.
Here goes nothing. Can't
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah.
Joe, Christmas miracle just happened. But besides that, how was you?
Oh, you know, Tom spent the weekend in old H-Town, you know.
Scrooston.
Yeah, so got to go over there, hung out with Danny, did a little bit of drinking, Tom, and, you know, I'm not doing a whole lot of drinking, you know, because I'm eating cheeseburgers and stuff. But did that, and then I went to the Muses of Romance Book Festival, Arthur Con something in Conroe, Tom. It wasn't in Houston proper. It was in Conroe, and beautiful downtown Conroe. And I did about what I thought I was gonna do, you know, enough to cover the rental car and all that. And then I came back home, Tom, the glorious home, and you know, yeah, that's all right. You know, got a bunch of shit coming up. I've got to be in the shop a lot. Print this, print that, you know.
That's good. Glad work picked up for you.
Oh, I didn't say that. I said a lot of stuff's coming up that I got to prepare for, whether I have the funds to do so or not, Tom.
That's good. I'm glad work's coming in for you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Joe.
We'll get to that.
It was another one, man, full of ups and downs. It kind of is what it is over here these days. But yeah, working on some stuff for old Frightmare. I had this leprechaun bus that I had just fucking rotting away in the back. Chopped a lot of it off. Chopped the ears off, chopped a lot of the nose off, dremeled some shit off, cut the whole fucking base off. So when I have a little hour here and there, I've been slowly patching that up and re-sculpting the shit with epoxy sculpt, which I don't really like sculpting with because it's more like pushing in and sculpting it that way instead of like carving away and doing it that way, which is more of what I do. But I mean, it's good to try something different. Hopefully, when we get to the end of this retooling process, I'll think, yeah, I think this will be good enough to spend about $300 on materials for the mold and about $200 per piece to sell these for about $600. So we'll see. I think the name of the game is me having to charge more and using better materials to justify charging even more. I don't know. We'll see how it is. But me just trying to get by with these extremely fair prices that people are shocked by. Just can't cut it no more.
Gotcha.
because I'm an old ass fucking man and I can't keep working like this. But that's all right. Go to the doctor Thursday about my hands and my foot again. Nothing happened with these pills. I'm not going to be taking any more fucking pills that they give me because they said the new ones, oh, it'll make you have fucking nuclear sperm and it'll fuck up your babies if you try and get pregnant or some shit. So I'm just like, all right, well, I mean, we took scans of everything. You don't know what's going on. So, I mean, I guess we're kind of done here and I'll just take Advil. Maybe I'll go find a hand and a foot specialist. We'll see. I don't know, but this fucking like after we got out of the theater today, I'm just limping down the stairs. Lori's like, "Hey, oh fuck, are you okay?" It's like, not really. Anytime I don't move for fucking more than I don't know a couple minutes, my shit starts hurting, and they say it's fine. Oh, maybe it's arthritis settling in the tendon. Here's some wacky ass pills that have all these side effects and shit. So, I mean, I've been taking this shit for like 5 months, I want to say. I haven't really noticed a difference. So, I think it's time to say, hey, I got to charge more or do something else where I fucking take an Indian person's job and just become part of a call center. That'll show them.
Yeah.
Come here taking our doctor jobs. I'm going to take your call center job. How do you like it?
Maybe I'll buy a motel.
A no-tell one?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of gay shit goes on there for sure.
Okay, shit. Might as well just buy a rest stop.
You know what else? Drug use, I'm sure.
Lots of drug use.
It's not good.
Human trafficking, I believe, as well.
It's not good either, Joe.
I hate traffic.
What about foot traffic?
Oh, fuck. Are we getting into this?
You know, Joe, I never wanted to do a movie podcast. All right, bye. So, you know, I never wanted to do a movie podcast where I just sit here and be like, oh, well, this was the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. And fuck, what the fuck? And that sucks. So, fuck. We were reached out to by the gentle fellow who made this movie, Dubs, as he liked to be credited as. And pretty much, hey, I made this movie, took me 3 years, shot it on an iPhone, and it's one of the first movies to deal with the topic of OnlyFans. Okay. So I'm just like, hey, we're a very small channel that nobody watches. Why did you reach out to us to review this movie? We've been tricked in the past, you see. Oh, I saw your baby cat review. I liked your take on it, and this movie's kind of like that. So I'd like to get your guys' opinion. Okay, I guess we'll watch it. Thank you. And we both watched it, and it's going to be, well, I mean, I already jumped the shark when I said, oh, this might be the worst movie I've ever seen. But shout out to them for getting their movie done and having the stick-to-itiveness to fucking work on it for 3 years. That's a fucking long time to, you know, spend making something. I don't know how long you originally planned or thought it was going to take. When we made Fisted, that was supposed to be a quick thing. It took like 5 fucking years. And the last 20 minutes is tacked on because we needed extra padding, you see. But yeah, like I said,
WW, you made your movie, man. There's not a lot of people that can say that. You know, a lot of people talk shit. Oh, I could make a movie like that, but they don't. You know, so regardless, you've made your movie. With that said, like Tom said, this was sent to us for review. You know, and we've had some issues with that in the past. You know, with the threat to us with bodily harm because just because you sent us your movie and just because we don't have a lot of followers doesn't mean we're going to automatically give something a good review. There are review podcast shows, whatever that you want to call this thing, that will do that, but we won't, you know. We're not, you know, we also don't ask people for movies. I think we did that once with Frankenstein's gay house party or something. Yeah. Uh, so the movie, Tom, it's called Only Feet.
Yes. Only Feet. It's about a couple of whites who live in a hotel because they're down on their luck. Why?
Oh, no, Tom. This is their apartment.
No, I think it starts out that it's a hotel. I think it starts out that it's a hotel and they're down on their luck and they only have enough money to cover like another day or something. I think it starts out supposed to be in a hotel room.
I think it's an apartment the whole time because they're constantly saying, hey, you know, we got to make money for the rent. I got to sell these pictures to the Daily Bugle to cover the rent.
But that's after they say the guy says, "Hey, let's get our own place," and they go to another obvious hotel room. But I think it starts out. See, I mean, this isn't good if we have to fight over the first fucking scene because we don't know what it's supposed to be.
Okay, regardless, this guy hard up for cash. You know?
Him and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
live in the same place. None of them work. We don't know why.
yeah.
We don't know why they're in this situation. Maybe the guy's a drug addict because he has a marijuana leaf tattoo on his ankle. That was the only thing I could think. I was like, maybe just bad decisions, and that was the way of the director showing us without telling us.
Yeah. He's already borrowed money from his mom, so that's out of the question, you know. The apartment is sparsely decorated, as most apartments are, so he doesn't have a lot of shit to pawn, you know. But like most people that I know that you see complaining about how much money they don't have, he goes out to the bar, you know, and just drinks it up. You know, even though bar drinks are fucking expensive, when you can drink at home, you can get a bottle, you know. They go out to eat. They, you know, they're not living like they're fucking broke. That's the most real fucking thing in this movie is him going out and spending money that he doesn't have. I'll give this movie that.
Yeah. So he does what we all do in this, what we would all do in this situation. Go to old Google or Boglin, whatever the fuck their in-universe search engine is. And what's a quick way to make money? Oh, there's this fetish site. Oh, you mean I could sell my feet pictures? Oh, that's terrific. So that's what he does, and he takes this and he plays it like this is the most shameful thing ever. Like he's fucking like pinching open his penis hole and sticking things in it while his face is just it's played like this is just the most depraved fucking unspeakable act he could be doing, and it's literally just pictures of his feet like in a bowl of soup or some shit.
Oh, he's having a hard time with it because he does this. You know, so he's showing that kind of emotion, that turmoil. You know, you see it for sure.
So after this, the guilt of lying to his girlfriend about sending this supposed fucking big titty Russian bitch.
Well, you didn't even get into that. So yeah, he sets up this account, and then immediately he has a whale. You know, somebody sending him big money. You know, hey, you know, would you send me a picture of your feet in some sweets? So he, not having money, but she like gives him $500 or something, you know, and he orders some like those cookies that you get delivered at midnight, Tom.
I think they were donuts.
Yeah,
This wasn't insomnia cookies.
right. He got some insomnia donuts and takes a feet, you know. So she sends him even more money, you know. Here's $1,000 tip, you know, and sending him big money, 5,000, you know, and the icon or whatever avatar, it's like some hot bitch or something, and whatever, and it's not voice to text or anything, but it reads it for us, which that was nice too for us that are illiterate like me. That, well, what's that text saying? Well, luckily it says it for us.
Oh, hey, Mr. Moosh Moosh. Thank you for from pictures.
You are a dirty boy. Yeah. Yeah, and she's asking him, "Hey, I want more. I want to see pictures of you in dirt, you know." So he goes to the hardware store and, you know, buys a couple of bags of potting soil, takes some pictures of potting soil on him. You know, it's risque shit, man.
Well,
It's
Joe, you obviously don't frequent hardware stores because that was obviously a Lowe's.
okay. Yeah, I don't go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's for the hobbyists.
If you don't remember, this movie was shot entirely on an iPhone. That's how they were able to get into Lowe's and Walmart, you see. So he fucking sends pictures of his fucking belly and dirt and shit. And then she says, "Oh, now I want to see from face." He's like, "Ah, oh, well, I can't do that.
Mm.
I can't do that. Blocked." And then, Joe, weird things start happening.
What kind of weird things start happening, Tom?
I was just going to leave it at that and then talk about it, but that's okay. Some fucking giant broad comes and sees his girlfriend at her fucking job that I think is just the breakfast nook of the hotel they're shooting at. And then she gets kidnapped.
Wait. Wouldn't he? She gets kidnapped. Wouldn't he call the cops after something like this?
Yeah, so first he tries to get a private investigator. I think he tries to hire like a private investigator to see who's following him or who this bitch is doing all this crazy shit. And it really leads to nothing because he's overreacting about, I sent pictures of my feet. Like, this is played like this is the most deplorable fucking shit ever. It's crazy. And then they just end up not working together because I don't know. This movie was fucking over 2 hours long, and I checked the fucking whatever, how much time was left so many fucking times I can't even remember. So they might have said, "Oh, I can't work with you. You're fucking, I don't know." While I was paying more attention to whatever fucking how much time was left.
So then he does call the cops, and the cop just kind of like, "Hey, you're wasting the police's time. That's illegal, you know. Press charges on you, motherfucker." So he gets mad at the cops, you know, and he should. A cab, you know, all that. But then gets another private investigator, and this guy, yeah, he will work with him. You know, he's gonna figure things out. help him find the guy, help him find his missing girlfriend, you know, because he's in a panic, Tom.
Well, what we glossed over is dude's making so much money from this one customer
So,
on this thing. He goes and says, "Hey, babe. Hey, my wig wearing bitch. I'm making so much money. You don't know where I'm getting it, but I'm getting all this money. I think we can get our own place." And it's clearly just one of the suites
mhm.
in the fucking hotel, but they're playing it off like it's this luxurious apartment. And
There's a real tense scene where he's negotiating the price of the apartment, you know, the monthly mortgage for and he does it with a rock paper scissors, as I've done several times with realtors to get a better price.
and the gentleman that he was having a round of rock paper scissors with, Joe, pretty sure that's the writer director.
Oh, that's like some Hitchcock stuff then.
It is.
Mm.
That's right, Joe. So this shit. So the fucking wig wearing bitch gets kidnapped. He has to go fucking meet the kidnapper at a place. And it's a goofy white who acts like this because he's crazy.
He's the Green Goblin. Yeah. Yeah. And goddamn, Tom, this he's trapped now. You know, he's gonna be subject to all kinds of tortures. Yeah, because the private investigator, shit, that dude, what a twist, was working for the Green Goblin. And fuck, Tom, they're gonna cut his hair.
They are with fucking barber shears.
Hmm.
Lucky he didn't get kicked through the fucking window.
Yeah.
So, they got this fucking dope tied to a chair. I'm going to torture you. So they like shave his fucking head. And I mean, that sucks because you got to go, you're fucking like tied up. So you got to go so the shit doesn't go in your fucking mouth and breathe that shit in your eyes. So, I mean, that sucks just having to do that. But I was like, please, I just want to see my baby one more time. Just one more time. So they bring in her wig. I don't know if that's supposed to signify that she's dead. They have her. She was really sold into slavery or what. I don't know. But they have her wig or a wig like she wore. Oh, what? I got a call or something. Oh, all right. We'll be right back, guy tied to the chair. And Joe, this is the last few moments of the movie that'll leave you speechless. The guy escapes from the chair. He runs out of the building, runs out of the alley, runs out to like the little opening of a storefront that he could hide behind. And then Finn. You get it?
Yeah. This is
So
the worst movie I've ever seen, Tom. But I'll say this. Half of it can be cut. I mean, it's a lot of filler. I don't think it is over 2 hours, but I think it's 150 for any movie that's stretching it. For an independent movie, that's asking way too much. I think maybe 20 minutes of it is like the couple being intimate or whatever. And there's a lot of music in the movie, you know, and it's like, hey, you know, I got my own particular likes and dislikes when it comes to music. None of this was for me. And yeah, there's just nothing to it because this guy was never in any danger, and like all the money he had, so he lost it, he still had 30 grand after they cleared his, $50,000 in his account, 30 grand cash, that's a good sum of money.
Like the thing's supposed to be, ooh, you used the hotel Wi-Fi, so now I was able to steal all your information.
Do you
And
remember
that,
on YouTube we're putting on like porno movies but without the porn parts, and they were just putting those parts, the non-sexual parts of the movie together?
no.
Yeah, it's like a 15-minute movie or whatever. Not even that, but that's what this felt like. Like they're just like, well, we're telling you that something's gonna happen, but it's not. It's never really gonna happen. And unless, maybe this is for like Christian fundamentalists, and they do, this is their first exposure to things like foot fetish sites or whatever, and they'll be shocked. But for the majority of the world, yeah, that's not shocking at all. At all.
Yeah, this movie feels like the stereotypical example of what like the mainstream normal people think independent film is. It's just like, oh, why would I go see that? Which we did. I don't think we said this is in black and white. Why would I go see this black and white nonsensical nonsense?
Long
It's
nonsense.
yeah, it's like just your stereotypical art house kind of expressionist. It looks like if you took all the audio out and just added some fucking goofy like ooh some breathy music, it would feel like a long ass perfume commercial. Like the shit's crazy. It not like, oh, this is some wild and crazy shit. It's crazy that this is a movie because it doesn't feel like they have a script at all. Did they? Maybe, but it feels like everybody's just kind of making it up as they go. Maybe they had the bones of a story, but it just doesn't seem like anybody had lines memorized. They just kind of had an idea. Like this is some very expressionistic, avant-garde. This is art house movie.
And
Uh,
there have been other movies made about cam whoring or whatever you want to call it. There's uh, more than a few. Netflix had like a horror movie type one about 5 years ago. Yeah, I don't think any of them have been good either. Oh, I mean, you're in that company, so
yeah, I don't know. The only positive, well, besides, hey, shout out to you for getting your fucking movie made and two idiots to watch it. Maybe this is just a troll on the people who watched it because it kind of just feels like you sat through this and that's what you got. Fuck you. So maybe it is a big joke on the people who watch it. And then if so, good for you. Got them. But the only real positive I can say about this supposed movie is that at times I felt like they could be a real couple. Like there was some kind of connection. Like I kind of bought their relationship a couple times.
okay.
So originally this dude sent a link to watch this on some app called Relay. So I'm not going to download another fucking app to watch your movie die. So I did a Hail Mary, hoping that he didn't have one. It's like, hey, can you send a screener link? And fuck, he had one. So we ended up watching it. Here we are. I appreciate you sending it to us and having the guts to have strangers watch your movie, but I don't know if it's worse than the Oogie Loves. I don't know if it's worse than Serial Insane Clown Killer. But I know that's the company it keeps. And this was a chore to get through. Fuck.
What else did you watch, Tom? I know you're a movie watching maniac.
Yeah. Sure am, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Not only, Joe, am I a movie watching maniac, I'm a going to the theater and watching movies fucking maniac.
What?
That's right, Joe.
That like a couple of weeks in a row now.
2 to be exact.
I know they're closing down an Alamo Draft House at this. So you probably wanted to go and say goodbye.
Fuck. Can't make it. I got bigger things to do. Smashing my testicles with a hammer. Anyway, Joe, traveled to the cinema to watch Jean-Luc Picard's new movie of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Well, this is surprising given how much I know you love vampire movies to begin with.
But, Joe, do you also know how much I love my wife?
Yeah, and that, as I mentioned, we have to make these sorts of sacrifices once in a while.
That's right. Luckily, she was off on $5 Tuesdays, you see, which happens to be today. So, during Iram Lung, we saw this trailer for Dracula. They sold us a different movie, Joe. Let me say that. So, Lori's a fan of the dude who made The Fifth Element. So she saw this. She was like, oh, yeah, I want to see that. I was like, all right, we'll go whenever it comes out. We'll get tickets. Little did I know it was coming out the very next week.
Luc Besson.
That's right. Lubosson. So, I mean, sure, you can call this movie pretty gay, but then you got to remember, Mozart is a French name. It is not gay. It is just French. So keep that in mind, Joe, because there's some stylistic choices, some decision making that, about 30 minutes into the movie, I was like this. Just watching this fucking thing. It was ridiculous, Joe. It's one of these big budget movies that are so bad they're good. It's like, how the hell did this get into the theater? This is the craziest shit I've ever seen. It's not, but it's just fucking ridiculous and crazy, the situation that we're here watching this in a theater. Oh shit. So I seen Bram Stoker's Dracula when it first came out on video cassette. whatever the fuck year that was. I was a kid. I didn't like it. Still don't like it. Not like I went back and watched it or anything. But I'm pretty sure this is telling the same story as that. Now, Joe, you are a Dracula aficionado, so you can kind of ask questions about the stories. Hey, did this come up? Did they talk about this? Because this is pretty much this is how Dracula became Dracula.
Hmm.
And this is when he died. So it's like everything in 2 hours. So what's this guy's name? Caleb Landry Jones. I've seen him in a few things. He's always been decent. The last thing I can remember him in was Your Ass. Just kidding, Joe. It was a movie called Dogman that came out last year. I think Lubazon directed that shit too. Um so it's medieval times, dinner and tournament. Uh the fucking Muslims are about to invade his kingdom. Can you believe that shit? So he's about to go to war. He's they gotta pull him off his fucking wife. You hear the of his cock coming out of her. He suits up. He fucking before he goes to war, he goes to the priest or bishop or whoever the fuck. He says, I'm going to war, but just tell God to keep my baby safe. You could take me, I'm killing all these men's in his name, but just keep my baby safe. So they go fight the Muslims, cut all their heads off, and then he gets word that your baby ain't safe.
Mm.
Oh, fucking hell, mate. So he goes through a fucking snow-filled tundra, even though it was not cold at all. Looked like a nice summer day, but just a mile or three away. It's completely snow-covered with fucking bear traps being hidden with all the snow. So the fucking lady gets fucking bear trapped, and the Muslims are gonna say, "Oh, I got you now." Ha ha ha. They talk French. I don't know why. But old fucking Dracula shows up riding his horse, and he throws his sword through the guy that's gonna kill his wife. But oh my god, the sword went through his wife too.
Oh.
Son from a bitch. So he goes back to the bishop or whatever and says, You son from a bitch, my wife, she died. So he says, I denounce God. Fucking breaks his little scepter in half, shoves it through the guy. 400 years later, I'm Dracula now. And it's at this point to where I start to go, because I remember the Bram Stoker's Dracula makeup. It's not necessarily something I think is cool or I like, but I know it's an iconic character design and it's well done. You got that fucking old man makeup that looks like an old lady, his fucking Chinese lady bun head. And they do that in this, Joe. But, you know, pretend this is like Bram Stoker's Dracula 7. So, well, yeah, the makeup kind of looks like it. It has that essence, but, it's a different artist's interpretation and it's their style shining through, and it just kind of looks like a knockoff of what you're trying to do. And the hair's more Chinese geisha lady look like. And now he's doing his silly Dracula voice. I was having like nothing but trouble vibes through this fucking thing. he's taught like some lawyer comes to fucking hang out at his house or try and sell some fucking land or some bullshit. And there's a little mouse running across the table. Dracula is eyeballing it. So he stabs it with a fork without the guy seeing, kind of just grabs it out, squeezes the fucking blood out of the rat's ass into his little chalice, and then just kind of. Why did you put this in the movie if it's not supposed to be funny? Like, there's a scene where he finds out that he's cursed and he just keeps walking upstairs and jumping off the balcony trying to kill himself. And they do it like fucking 6, 7 times and just fucking. Whee! There's so many questionable things. Like, it comes off like it's a farce. Like, the tone is just fucking weird. Like, it was like a Mad TV sketch of Bram Stoker's Dracula. It was fucking crazy. But like saying this and the stuff I'm gonna say, Lori liked it, except for one of the parts that's like through the movie, but I don't know if this is in the actual book or not, Joe. But does Dracula have little gargoyle friends that he hangs out with? Does he have like little CGI 3-foot gargoyle? You know, sometimes they're bigger, sometimes there's a foot. You know, CGI costs money to do correctly and make look good.
Like in the Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame or whatever.
Kinda, you know, they just hang out with him, keep an eye on thing, go steal money and vases and shit for him. No, just hang out, do stuff.
No.
Oh, well, in this movie it does. And it's like way out of place because they look like shitty CGI, and you're just like, what? Why is this in here? It was terrific. However, if you're a fan of Dracula, I don't think you're gonna like this edition. So there, you know, throughout the movie, it turns out they're shirtless little gray boys. So he had powers to turn little boys into gargoyles to hang out with him. Was that in the book?
No.
No, okay. I guess it's just something French. Not gay, but French. So, this fucking movie, dude. So, the lawyer's wife, or yeah, the lawyer's fiance. This motherfucker goes, the lawyer goes snooping through the house, finds Dracula's coffin, opens it up. He says, Dracula's there. I told you not to go from your room. And then you turn around and it's the little fucking gargoyle boy. And you got to remember, dude, this is like Disney Avengers level fucking goofy gargoyle CGI sidekicks thing. These aren't spooky, scary looking. Yeah, these are. It sucks dick. Crazy. So he has the fucking lawyer's wife is the reincarnation of his fucking wife. That's what he's trying to do. He believes, you know, if he waits long enough, his wife will be fucking reincarnated. He makes this fucking perfume, and there's a montage of him going through like all the different decades for 400 years or whatever, just with all these different people in different rooms. It's like the same room, the same people. They just changed the fucking set and what they're wearing to match the time period. And it's all these people just dancing and Dracula just looking at people while they're dancing, trying to find his hoe. Dude, this shit, the tone of this, the decisions, it's just fucking crazy. It's like I couldn't believe what the fuck I was seeing. Like it sold it to you as oh, this is gonna be this medieval fucking movie, and it's like a serious fucking I don't know what the fuck this was, but I laughed out loud a few times, way more entertained by whatever the fuck this was than I thought I was gonna be. This is gonna be a cult classic for sure. Not it's I mean, besides the gargoyles, Lori liked it, but the style's fucking weird. The tone's fucking weird. This movie's over 2 hours, and it felt like whole scenes were missing. It's fucking crazy. Fuck, dude. You know, I want to say watch it in theaters because it's fucking crazy that this got in theaters. But if you watch it at home with some fucking beer, friends, and legal marijuana, I think you're gonna have a fucking good time. It is crazy as shit, dude. These fucking CGI Disney gargoyles pop up, and it's just like, what in the fuck? What in the fuck? This Black Dracula, all fucking serious. At one time, he fucking comes out looking like Willy Wonka, the Johnny Depp one. It's fucking crazy. He has this haircut where it's like fucking cut here, wearing a top hat and some goofy ass fucking suit. Christoph Waltz is in it and plays a fucking priest that's like fucking studying vampires and ends up fucking killing Dracula. He has like a fucking He-Man haircut, and every time he shows up, it's fucking laughable. I don't know why, but it's just like
I don't like that guy. Everybody always praises his acting, but to me, he just does fucking comedy. Like that's all he can do. It's like even if his movies aren't supposed to be comedy, his performance to me always turns it into comedy. You know,
yeah, there was something about this that was it's just like every time you'd see him, you I just want to laugh, just like what the fuck are we doing here? Uh it has to be stylistic and directorial fucking choices. Uh Dogman was all right, but I don't care for the fucking Fifth Element. Never saw the professional, saw the Stephen Chow version, but never saw but this movie uh I would definitely sit through and watch it again because it's fucking there's like an Evil Dead style fucking lady getting her fucking head cut off where you see her head cut off and then it's just like a really skinny rod puppet doing this. It's like the movie looks like they had all this money to do this shit, but
right?
it looks so cheap. It's fucking crazy. Watch it. Definitely, definitely fucking watch it. It's I was fucking shocked at what this fucking thing actually was because it was not what was sold for sure. Uh yeah, like I said, this shit's just like a farce, like a Mad TV fucking sketch or something. It was fucking ridiculous. I'm trying to think if there was anything else, but it's good if I'm not saying anything just so you could be like, but when those fucking gargoyles pop up, it's just Crazy. Crazy. Dracula. Do you know that's how you say his name?
Sure.
Is it?
No.
Oh, so they got it wrong?
I don't fuck it. I've never been to Transylvania or even Romania, so I don't know how they say it over there.
Dracula. So, having read this and seen many interpretations of this, is there anything that you could be like, hey, was this part in it? Did they get this right?
So it sounds like they replaced the brides of Dracula, which he has some bitches there in the castle with him.
At a certain time, he says, enough of going through all these periods trying to do this. I need some help. So he bites like 7, 8 bitches at the party, and they go off into the world to try and find this lady.
Mm.
So is that anything or nope?
Now, even that whole thing with it being a romance or whatever, that was introduced long after the book was written. Let's see, I'm trying to think like what would be in there. Well, let's say the look of him in the book. He has a mustache. No mustache. Okay.
He has bangs though.
So does this take him to merry old England? Does he, get in the boat and go over there and get his property and shit?
His property? You mean the lady?
Well, he gets a house and everything, and then, no.
No, he travels to England or fucking somewhere that isn't Dracula Castle to go pick up this hoe. But then they go back to Dracula Castle. It's probably England or fucking somewhere. I don't know. I was too busy being in shock of what I was seeing.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'll watch it at some point. I still haven't watched that Nosferatu that came out last year or the year before.
Something's telling me this one's better.
Probably.
Yeah, it's crazy. I could definitely see this one catching on at bad movie nights worldwide. And it's funny that you said that, the romance shit was added later because this came out last year in Europe, of course. And it's called like Dracula Love Tale or some shit like that. So they're really banking.
Yeah, talked about this not too long ago. That whole reincarnation thing that was introduced in Blackula. As far as I know, that was the first movie to do that shit.
Stole from Blackula.
Hmm?
Fucking pricks. Jean-Luc Besson, you're a genius, my friend. A gay genius. Well, Joe, I got another movie here that I'm not going to go too much into because you've already talked about it. You said, Tomas, you need to watch this movie. It's one of the greatest fucking movies I've ever, not only that, but it's one of the greatest Mexican movies ever made. So, Joe, I watched Intrepidos Punks. Have you heard of it? Of course you have.
I have, Tom.
There's a song of the same title in the movie. Did you know that?
Dude.
Intrepidos Punks. Da, 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 da. Intrepidos Punks. Da, 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 da. Intrepidos Punks. Da, 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 da. Intrepidos Punks. Da, 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 da. So yeah, swing and a miss. You almost had it. You had all the elements there to have this fun exploitation movie, but it's really just these cops. You got these scenes of cops that are like an actual movie, and then you just got these bikers riding around, drinking, smoking weed, and just partying. It's like, well, that's all well and good, but then it cuts to, hey, we're going to insert this VHS footage to where it's just a jarring difference. I know some people do this just you have the complete version. Well, if you're going to do that, give me a version where it's not all this extra stuff with a much lower quality so I can at least go back and say, okay, maybe this works a little better. But man, this was almost there. This was almost there. It just wasn't enough. Almost. It sucks. There's a couple cool fucking headshots, people getting shot in the head. There's a couple fucking car explosions that's just like, all right, it sets up their fucking nuns with guns. It's just like, all right. But then it's just people on motorcycles. Intrepidos Punks. Bam, ba-dun, dun, dun. I haven't watched many biker movies. I would have to assume this is a lot of what biker movies are. So if you're into this kind of thing, maybe watch Supervan instead. But hopefully the second one's better.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you because I really like it, and I think you viewers will too. No, so this is what I talk about. It's like we don't have the same tastes. You know, something I think is a masterpiece, Tom might not like it all, and more than likely, in most cases, he's almost guaranteed not to like something that I really enjoy, and vice versa. But we'll get to that.
Hope not. I hope not, Joe. But let me ask you this, Joe. Excuse me. Are you familiar with Fred Williamson?
I've heard of the guy.
Well, sometime in the mid 2000 teens, he traveled to Germany to meet up with a man to make a movement, to make a hit motion picture called Atomic Eden. And at this point, Fred Williamson was about 98 years old. So, in this German made movie, Fred Williamson not only leads a group of mercenaries, but it's one of these where you go hand pick out your crew and you see all their special skills. And the guy who wrote, directed, and produced the movie just happens to be the badass guy he picks up that all the bitches want to fuck. And, you know, he's the best shooter in the world. And he's just so fucking badass and cool. And then you got Texas. He's just a representation of Texas, does everything Texas. And then you got white karate man, midget guy, his Asian lady sidekick, and, you know, an Eastern European porn star looking lady who's good at blowing stuff up there, Joe. Oh, and a priest. He calls in his old priest buddy for one last job. So they're going to Chernobyl to recover Hitler's doomsday device, which is pretty much just the suitcase from Pulp Fiction. And would you know it, Joe? Just then, George A. Romero's The Crazies start attacking. There's like fucking 800 of them, and they're just shooting them, and more are coming, and just other people are coming in, and they're shooting them. Oh my God, who will survive, and what will be left of them? Ha 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 ha. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, you could tell this was a German made movie, not just by the accents, but you know, by everything else too. A lot of it was shot on a green screen, it looked like, just so people could be in there with other scenes. I've heard the name Lorenzo Lamas before. I don't think I could pick him out of a lineup even after just watching this movie last night, but he has some of the worst acting I have ever seen at the end of this fucking movie. Holy shit. Uh, it seems like everybody in this movie are German and some are trying to do American accents. Like Texas, I thought this guy was for sure just a confused foreigner just doing stereotypical fucking Texas shit, but I looked him up and I guess his parents or his dad was from Texas, so I have no idea what the fuck was going on there. But all that being said, it's definitely worth watching for a so bad it's good movie. Just because it's just one of these confused foreigner action movies with fucking old ass Fred Williamson leading the brigade. Just, yeah, I'll be there as long as I could fucking smoke in every scene, dickhead. He does some karate in it too, and yeah, it's worth checking out. It's commendable for sure. But yeah, I guess the dude who made it, he's like the self-proclaimed king of krautsploitation. I'm not gonna look up any more of his movies, but this one was fine enough that I could recommend watching on this Black History Month.
Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Tom, I continued my dive into the All the Haunts VR's box sets. Oh, it's on fire. Not just some of the haunts, all the haunts. And this set, like the previous one, has been taking us to visit haunts all over this world of ours. And this time it takes us to wonderful, mysterious Indonesia. Yeah. The name of this movie, Tom, is called Sundelbolong. 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 Yeah, I said it several times. And this movie, Tom, from 1981, stars Susanna,
The Queen of Black Magic?
Queen of Black Magic. And this movie, Tom, was so popular that they made a remake of it later on, which you reviewed last week, maybe? I don't know. It was called Susanna something. Susanna, Don't You Cry for Me, I think it was called.
The Hungry Snake Woman.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, so how is this one? Folk horror? Well, it turns out it's based on a Indonesian legend about the spirit of a vengeful whore. And well, Tom, in this movie, we got this lady, her name's Alisa, and she's getting married to this guy, and he's a boat captain, Tom. You know, he sails one of those big old boats, you know, one of those big old tankers, I guess. And man, they just get married, and damn, she's happy, Tom. I mean, she's just a happy lady. She's found peace at last. Peace from what? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Well, fuck, wouldn't you know it? They're about to, consummate the marriage when the phone rings, and it's like, hey, you got a boat, you got a, captain tomorrow. So, oh fuck, honeymoon's over, but let's at least get it on before I go. He takes off the next morning, and yeah, he makes the money, but she wants to make some money too. She wants to contribute to the family. And Tom, he does embroidery. And she's pretty good. And and she doesn't use those discs and those big ass fucking machines that everybody does. No, man. She does it by hand. No AI bullshit for her. No fucking mechanized slop. And so she takes him over to this fancy boutique that this guy owns, and he wants to look at it, possibly sell her, but he says, "Hey, I got a proposition for you, Toots. Why don't you be like our spokesperson, our model, so to say? You got some looks." No, 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 I don't want to do any of that. It's like, I know you used to be a prostitute. Dun, dun, dun. And this dude's business partner, was old Lisa's madam, and says, "Hey, don't let this guy talk to me. Hey, Elise, why don't you come back and work for us? Why don't you get back on the bed and shit? You were like the best, You brought in a lot of money. Oh, that's all behind me. It's like I'm a fucking honest woman now." Well, she's driving home, but this guy, this shop owner, no, you ain't getting away from me. He has his thugs, set up a car accident that she stops at to help somebody. But no, it's the thugs. They abduct her. The shop owner, he rapes her, and then tells the guys, "Hey, y'all rape her too." They do, being good workers and all, doing what the boss says. And man, Tom, the next scene we see, we're in court, and they're just telling her, "Hey, it's your word against theirs. What the fuck? We can't do anything. This is Indonesia. We need proof before we convict somebody for a crime." She's in a fit of depression. It's like, "Oh man, my husband's gonna he's not gonna want me anymore." And then top it all off, Tom, now she's pregnant. One of those motherfuckers knocked her up, and she goes to a doctor, and it's like, "Hey, I need to abort this thing. I can't do this." He's like, "What are you talking about? That baby didn't do anything. We're not gonna kill an innocent baby. You wanna fuck with your karma? That's one thing, but I ain't fucking with mine. I'm a doctor. Can't do that shit. Get out of here." In fact, you used to be a prostitute, right? You've done abortions before, right? How many have you done? And she's like, 5. Oh shit. Get out of here. Get out of this. She does it, Tom. She does an abortion.
What does she use?
I don't remember if they showed. We're gonna get to some of the props and things a little later, Tom. Let's just continue with the story for now, shall we? Fuck.
Sure.
Well, it doesn't go good for her, Tom. She dies. And the shop owner and the madam, they're all happy about it. Hey, trial's over. She can't do nothing. The husband, he gets back, and it's like, well, fuck, man. Killed herself. This isn't good, He's real sad, but one day as he's driving home, Tom, he sees a lady, and it's like, who's this lady? It looks like it's her sister, Tom. It can't be her sister. Her twin sister died when she was like 10. No, the reports of my death, they were greatly exaggerated, sir. I am her. I am she. Meanwhile, Tom, old fucking Elisa, the ghost of Elisa, is back. And we know she's a ghost because she's got kind of like some powder on her face to make her skin lighter, and she's got fucking eyeliner, like some kind of Egyptian or Persian man would wear. And pretty scary, Tom. And if that's not it, when she turns around, oh shit, she's got like a big wound on her back, and there's like maggots and shit in it. Back doing some research, Tom. Sundelbolong literally means ghost with a hole. Okay, so she can.
Well, let me ask you a question really quick.
Mm-hmm.
So you said she had maggots in her back.
Mm-hmm.
Were these actually maggots, or were these what would be considered mealworms?
I'd say they were more tapeworms.
Tapeworms?
Yeah,
No, I'm being serious. Do you know the difference between maggots and mealworms?
I don't.
Okay, you know, like the kind of worms that you get at the pet shop that you feed like lizards?
No,
Okay, so were these worms more white and gushy, or were they more brown that had like a shell to them?
they were whitish, but they looked bigger than maggots.
Okay, I will get to why I ask later.
Okay. Um. Well, I mean, she can take on the appearance of others, Tom, and she's going after everybody that raped her, everybody that was complicit in it, and she's taking them down one by one. You know, the shop owner dude, he figures, oh shit, because they don't know, they just know that their people are being murdered. I bet you it's her husband. He's taking revenge, so they fucking like trap him. One day he's out at the shipyards, and all this fucking crew runs up to kick his ass. But fuck, Tom, this is no regular Indonesian guy. This is fucking Barry Prima. That guy's a fucking action star, one of the biggest Indonesian stars ever. And he knows Jakara or whatever the fuck the martial art is there. And he's just kicking their asses, Tom, and they're fighting and all that shit. And luckily for him, because they finally got the drop on him, Tom, the cops show up. He ends up fucking the sister, Elisa's sister, but it's really Elisa. We know that, But still, I mean, he's kind of cheating, right? Because he thinks it's the sister, kind of, sort of. I don't know, Tom, but finally, she gets the last one. And then, her husband's there with like a priest and some other local officials and townsfolk, and he tells her, "You can go now. You can rest." And she does, Tom, and she flies away. I'm not gonna say this is good, but as seemed to be the trend with some of the shit you're talking about, this is a perfect bad movie night movie. It's got some really cool, shitty special effects, and at times I don't know, because I don't watch many Indonesian movies, right? Uh, it's weird that seems some of it is played for laughs, but you've got some heady subjects with rape and abortion and all that shit. But yeah, and it's weird that it turns into an action movie for one big long scene.
Oh, I mean, you got the Warriors, Barry Prima, so you got to use them.
I was entertained. I thought this was all right. It's a weird one, and it's got some really shitty effects, but it's part of the fun. And yeah, don't go in expecting a fright fest. Don't be, oh, that was shocking. Yeah, it's definitely something that you can watch and have a good time. Get some drinks and whatever. If you do that sort of thing, I don't stick with old water, but yeah, I'd recommend it. Oh, Sundelbolong. So yeah, here's another one in this All the Hunt set that the set's a banger.
Yeah, after watching those fucking Warrior movies, I don't give a fuck about a Barry Prima, and having watched a couple Susanna movies, don't really get it. Uh, I mean, she has an autistic stare. Okay. What else? Mo?
This is the first movie I've ever seen with her. I know not much about her, but I think the next film in the set is a documentary all about her, directed by my friend and yours, Mr. David Gregory. So I'll let you know a little bit more about her. Maybe next week, Tom.
Well, if you watch it, let me know because that's on my watch list.
I will.
So
Let you know.
thanks, Joe. Well, Joe. Oh, fuck. I need to put an ass pad on this chair. So I asked about the maggots earlier because in a lot of these Hong Kong movies, a lot of the black magic ones involve maggots, but they're not really maggots. They're mealworms. Like I said, maggots are like those big fucking fat, slimy looking fucking things. But mealworms are kind of those brownish, centipede-ish looking things that you feed to lizards and such. And boy, does this next movie on Shawscope Volume 4 have a lot of maggots. And this one is be called fucking hell. Can you guess what it's called now? It's called Bewitched. Have you heard of it, Darren?
Dun, 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 dun.
That's right. This is one of your old whacking off shows. Back when shit was in black and white, like the good old days.
Mm-hmm.
So in this one, a Hong Konger, I think his name is Steven, he goes to Thailand. Why? Only reason anybody goes to Thailand because of their filthy sex tourism. So he meets up with a whore who, like in your movie, turns into a vengeful whore. This guy is what the movie would refer to as a playboy. I think he just crushes a lot, but the movie, they refer to him as a playboy. So he has a wife and kid or a girlfriend and kid back in Hong Kong, but he's like, I'm going to go here and get my freak on. So he picks up this broad. They have a weekend fling or whatever with the fucking and the sucking. And at the end, when he goes back to Hong Kong, she says, hey. No, she doesn't. She says, hey, mate, here's your money back. He's just like, maybe I am a playboy. So he goes back to fucking Hong Kong. She gets sent, or he gets, she sends him some pictures they took on the beach. He's around his buddies at work, like, hey, look at this. This was the whore I was nailing. She sent me all this money back. One of the lady co-workers tries to come up. Bitch, get out of here. This don't concern you. And you see her in the background just so they're all like, "Oh fuck yeah, I want to go to Thailand. This is great." So this is where the vengeful horse stuff comes in, Joe. She thought this John really loved her.
Mm.
He don't though. So you know what she does? She goes to a black magician and says, "Hey, can you put magic spells on this guy?" Yeah. Yeah, I can. So he gets cursed with the Corpse Earl spell, which is a spell made from Corpse Earl, the Earl of a woman who died while pregnant, and the Coffin spell. You know, you think the Coffin spell would be a death spell? Might as well be, Joe, because that's the spell that makes your dick not work.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So he goes home, tries to fuck his girlfriend or wife. His dick just won't work. And Joe, his daughter, keeps trying to kill him. So he says, Mios Dios, but in Cantonese. and him and his buddy go and see a shaman, and she says, "Oh boy, this isn't good. You got the Kurtzerl spell on you." And he says, "Mios Dios," but in Cantonese. And they say, "Oh yeah, this isn't good. You got the fucking coffin spell. That's why your dick ain't working, and you're gonna rot away, and this isn't good. And oh, those hallucinations you were having about your daughter trying to kill you, it's not the closest person to you is gonna kill you. It's you're gonna kill the closest person to you." Oh my God, Joe. He ends up killing his young daughter. Mios Dios. But in Mandarin this time. And then he gets arrested for the crimes. He gets charged for the crimes. He gets sentenced and paragraphed for the crimes. But he says, "Gosh darn it, pig who put me away. Please, please go to Thailand and see that I was cursed. I did not do this of my own free will." So Joe sets out to Thailand to see if this black magic shit's real. Is it? Yeah, it's real. This one was pretty good. This is considered, or Boxer's Omen is considered a sequel to this. Maybe because I'm pretty sure the ending of this movie was reused in Boxer's Omen. Other than that, the only similarities is like the black magic shit, but these and it's the same director, but these black magic movies, they're a genre of themselves in Hong Kong. This one, it gets a lot into the black magic rituals and like how the potions are made and how the stuff's performed, and like a fucking black magic guy fighting against a monk in two different things. I'm just doing their shit like in two different places and stuff happening. And then at the end, it gets pretty fucking wild. But this was good shit. Not great shit, not on the level of Boxer's Omen, but good shit. If you want to get into Hong Kong black magic movies, I would say this is one to check out to see if you like this kind of stuff. It's got enough wild shit to be like, all right, well, what else does this fucking genre have to offer? But it's not so wild that nothing else is going to live up to it. So you'll still have like Boxer's Omen and fucking Seventh Curse to be like, oh shit, all right. But definitely worth checking out. It's a little long. I think it's like an hour and 40 some minutes. But there's not like it matters, but there's a few different spells and they take you through doing like a few different spells. The last one didn't have a commentary track. This one did, with everybody's favorite Hong Konger, James Merge. And I listened to most of it. The only reason I didn't finish this one is just I didn't have enough time. I guess the dude's commentary track's all right if it's a movie I would give a fuck hearing shit about. So yeah, so far I would say this might be my second favorite one on the set. I still like the goofy shit of Inframan a little better, but I would rate them about the same. So yeah, volume 4 has been pretty good so far, and especially you could probably find it less than $100. So definitely worth it. Still a lot more and more movies from this director. So that's kind of the main reason that I wanted to get this set because, like I said, it's the dude who made The Boxer's Omen. And while I know nothing's going to live up to that, it's good to see the other shit that he made. I think I like this one better than Corpse Mania. That's more of a slasher movie, like slasher in a whorehouse type thing. But yeah, everything I saw from the guy I liked. Check it out or don't. I don't give a fuck. But solid set so far. No absolute fucking bangers, but being pretty good. It's not bad. Fucking pricks. I'm gonna drink. Well, Joe. Fuck, we already talked about Dracula. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Ever feel like starting a gang war?
I'll tell you this, Tom. Let me take you back to February 1987. An old Web of Spider-Mans was on issue 23. And Peter Parker, he's back from globetrotting, Tom, from fucking going to merry old England and then to Ireland, and having some adventures there as Spider-Man, yet nobody puts together the Peter Parker and Spider-Man's connection, but that's because they're all stupid. Well, in this one, he's back, Tom, and old Slide is back. The guy with the Teflon-coated fucking costume, and he can slide around. And he's still stealing money from the mob. Spider-Man stopped him for some reason. Okay, then, Tom, over in Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Mans. Look, got a little corner box to show that, it's Peter Parker and Spider-Mans. It's Marvel's 25th anniversary. Oh, shit, look who else is back. Old Blaze, Tom. Blaze is back. And who else is back? The Black Cat. She goes to Peter Parker, says, hey, I need some help. There's this guy named Blaze. He's trying to kill me. And, well, we know that she's hooked up with this guy called the Foreigner, right? So the Foreigner told her to go and get Spider-Mans to help him out. And the Foreigner set up this Blaze guy to go attack them. But he wanted them to win and Blaze to, I don't know. Mary Jane sees Peter Parker with the Black Cat, and she takes off, jealous and mad. So, well, fuck it. I'll go hang out with this fashion photographer guy that I've been seeing on the side a little. How do you think of that, Peter Parker? Anyway, at the end, the Foreigner goes into the prison and fucking kills Blaze, who's been captured, and blames it on Spider-Man's because the Foreigner's a master of disguise, and nobody knows, Tom. But yeah, now we got a gang war, Tom. Look at that shit. Oh, fucking Frank Castle. Oh, shit, his arm costume is all ripped off, Tom. And, oh, there's Spider-Man. Oh, shit, I better stop this guy. It's a gang war, man. Oh, Hammerhead. He's pissed. He's pissed that they made an attempt on his life last time, Tom. And he's gonna take down the Rose, or he's gonna tell the Rose, hey, you're working with me, right? So we're gonna take down the Arranger. The Rose is like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And the Rose says, you know what? I better go see my mama. I better go visit my mama. She's not doing too good. And he does. And meanwhile, old Ned Leeds, it's revealed that he's really jealous of Ben Urich, Tom, and he's telling Jonah, hey, I got this story, Jonah. Or no, Rob. He's telling it to Robertson, right? It's a good one, Robbie, Joe, whatever. It's a good one. It involves Russian spies, just put it all together. Yeah, whatever, dude. And yeah, the gangs, they go to war. The Punisher, he's in there. Spider-Man's, he's in there too. The fucking Hobgoblin has to shake hands with a guy he doesn't really like too much, Tom.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah. And yeah.
They gotta work together because the Rose is saying, hey mate, we gotta work together yet. We just killed Hammerhead. So now we gotta work together. Take over the streets and become gang leaders.
Yeah. And then the Punisher gasses Spider-Man's at the end. So we have a different writer and a different artist from fucking part one of this. I think part one was still fucking Tom DeFalco and Ron Friends, and now we got James Owlsley. Oh, and then who did the art in this shit?
I thought it was Friends.
No, Alan Kupperberg.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh, Falco did the plot, and
Edie Falco?
Owlsley did the script, and goddamn, there is a lot of fucking, like, he put the letterer to work on this shit. Like, he didn't fucking edit any dialogue. It is a wordy fucking comic, you know. But Tom, wait, there's more, because there was also another Spider-Man's book out this month, and it was called Spider-Man's versus Wolverine.
Oh no. I hope nobody gets fucking murdered in this fucking book horribly.
Yep. Shit. Wolverine's having a flashback to somebody he knew named Charlie. You know?
Oh fuck. I hope nothing happens to Charlie.
And Charlie's a good buddy of Wolverine, and he's helping Wolverine's helping Charlie escape, from a bunch of KGB agents that are after old Charlie. Well, shit. Let's fast forward to modern day, and people are getting murdered in New York, Tom, and it's like, well, it turns out these aren't just regular average citizens like we thought. They're actually KGB agents. Well, fucking, Ned Leeds goes to J. Jonah James, says, fuck the Daily Bugle. This story I'm working on is huge.
Ned, be safe.
I'm taking it to Now Magazine. And, I got this whole thing about this assassin named Charlemagne that is back now, Jonah. Let me go to Berlin and do all the research I need. All right. But take a photographer with you.
I don't know, Joe. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Well, old Peter Parker and Ned Leeds head to Berlin, and old Wolverine, he knows old Charlemagne is back, and he's got to go find old Charlemagne. Turns out Charlemagne's a woman. A gun for hire, Tom, and it's like going after all the people that betrayed her. And he was also a lover of Wolverine. But Wolverine's going to go help her out. At the old Spider-Man's is there too, and Wolverine finds him and says, hey, you need to get the fuck out of here, kid. This is some real shit going on. We don't need you fucking being a Boy Scout. Hey, just get the fuck out of here, dude. Well, old Peter Parker goes back to the hotel room. Hey, Ned. Oh, shit. Turns out they killed Ned, Tom. The KGB went in there, tied him up to a chair, and split his throat.
How's he the Hobgoblin?
Hobgoblin?
What?
Huh? I don't know. I just know Ned's dead.
Fuck. Well, hopefully Charlie will be okay.
Well, shit. Charlie, she knows that, this is it for her. Everybody's after her. That, she doesn't want a life where she's just looking over her shoulder. And Wolverine understands that. And she wants Wolverine to end it for her. He does the old snick thing in her gut. And, he flinched at the last moment, Tom, and didn't quite kill her. And then all these assassins show up. So he's fighting them. She's, like, trying to die. And old Spider-Man shows up. He's like, why are you trying to kill that woman, you motherfucker? And Spider-Man's is fighting them and everything. And then, there's the assassins. They're fighting them. And then Spider-Man's, turns around because Wolverine's sneaking up on him. Just knocks the fuck out of Wolverine. But it's not Wolverine time. It's old Charlemagne. And that was the killing blow. That's the one that's going to put... Old Spider-Man's kills a woman in this comic. Then they go home. And he's haunted by that punch, Tom. He just sees it again and again. He killed a woman.
And to their credit, it does come back up down the line because this is, what would have to be a very traumatic event for the fellow. Now, I was thinking for the last couple weeks, I was just like, shouldn't this have happened by now? I thought this should have fucking happened by now, but I guess it's in another comic book that is an Amazing Spider-Man.
So they published this probably at the wrong time, I guess, and or they didn't have their shit coordinated.
What?
Yeah, which we'll find out later. Yeah, Ned Leeds was supposed to be the Hobgoblin, but they fucked that up here. Yeah, Marvel, no communication. Just we need to get shit out. We're on deadline. Not good. Not good. But this story is actually all right, man. This one's not bad. I think this may be the first Spider-Man wink we see, Tom. You know how the costume, how everybody makes like the eyes move? May be credited as the first person to do that, because he's like squinting down, looking at Wolverine. Bagley also has this Charlemagne chick drawn significantly taller than Wolverine is. So, like, hey, everybody else draws Wolverine like an average size or whatever. No, he's supposed to be really fucking short.
Like in Deadpool. Remember when they did that in Deadpool?
Oh. Bagley does that. And yeah. So fucking Deadpool's another one that the whole eye costume thing moves and shit.
So's Batman.
Yeah. And Iron Man.
That's right, Joe, and Iron Man.
Fucking dumbass shit.
Oh, boy. Hey, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you like old school American horror that's not a remake or based on a Japanese one?
No.
Saying that, out loud, not a Japanese one, comes off kind of racist 20 years later. Good one, Adam. Well, Joe, let me ask you this. You like spoof movies?
No.
No, not even horror-themed spoof movies?
Especially not.
I got some bad news for you.
You know what, Tom? I don't even like the next horror icon.
Terrifier?
Well, that one ended up being it, but
well, Joe, should have stayed out of the swamp, huh? Hatchet, the movie, based on the book. Have you seen it?
Unfortunately, I have seen it, Tom.
Masterpiece?
I didn't watch it in the theater when it came out, but I did watch it as soon as it came out on
DVD from Anchor Bay Home Entertainment.
DVD, and I did not like it then.
Well, Joe, I remember going to a now defunct Texas horror convention, and we were sat right next to Adam Green and Joe Lynch. He's the guy who made Wrong Turn 2. Adam Green's the guy who made this movie. And he was hyping up his movie all week. Oh, man, we're going to have this special screening. We're going to show a clip from the movie. You should come check this out. It's great. Oh, my God. You like Friday the 13th? You got to see this. Oh, my God. So I ran from the table really quick. I went in there and watched the scene, and it was the scene of the head rip. And I said, oh, my fucking goblin. That was terrific. I can't wait to see this movie. And then I saw the movie. I love that shit, Joe. Thought it was fucking awesome. I joined the Hatchet Army. I bought the t-shirt that was like muscle fit, that was a little too tight and showed my pizza boy tits, but I still wore it because I was part of the two Hatchet Armies, Joe. Lotus. And I remember all the promo stuff. I had all the different color fucking Mardi Gras beads. I probably should have pulled some of those out, but they had Mardi Gras beads that had like a big plastic thing on it that said Hatchet. Here's when it comes out and shit, you dick. And then if you go on the Facebook page, you can see the knife sharpener I got, the promotional Hatchet knife sharpener. And I got some autographs from when we were sitting next to the guy, a bunch of fucking promo posters. I was all the fucking Joe. I love this shit. All these years later, I've seen the sequels. The fourth one is the fourth one, which we'll get to. And, I really had no desire to go back and watch these. But with it being Black History Month and all, I figured now would be no better time. And I fell out of love, Joe.
Well, hold on, Tom. Why don't you tell us about this movie that you loved so much?
That I loved. So in this one, a fucking dork ass bitch, he just fucking got cheated on by his girlfriend, so they fucking broke up.
Ew.
Excuse me?
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, or the cyborg from Grandma's Boy, whichever one you know him from.
Or of the shitty bands that were out at the time.
That's correct. So he goes to Nolans with his friends, and they're drinking, looking at titties and shit. And he's just like, oh, you know what, guys? Seeing all these tits and shit just reminds me of my old home. I want to go on a haunted boat ride. Your friends are like, I'd rather look at titties and shit. Look, isn't that internationally known 2000s porn star Liz Vicious up there showing her tits? Probably. That's all well and good. But I just really want to look at ghosts on a boat. Guess I'm going to head out and do that. And he has one friend that's not a complete dickhead. So he's just like, all right, man, you're a fucking dick, but I'll go with you on this fucking bullshit. So they go to the fucking candy shack, and the man says, oi, mate, ain't able to do that no more. Some bloke tried to sue me, and now I raise parrots or whatever the fuck. Go down the street. There's a fella down there will take you on a haunted boat tour or whatever.
So
All
for
right.
people that haven't seen this, Tom, that wouldn't have got that joke, this character who's like a gay mime is played by Tony Todd. Rest well.
So they go to this new fucking place to go on a haunted boat tour, and there we meet our cast of characters. We got fucking what's his name? Bill Murray's brother, a couple whores, fucking the guy who made the Jump to Conclusions map from Office Space and his wife, and then Korean guy. And they're all gonna get on a boat and go on this swamp tour. Oh, and then there's fucking old Daria fan in the back. She's gonna go on the haunted, I was gonna say goat tour, but boat tour too. And what these people don't know, swamp is really haunted. And that fucking Daria fan's family, they just got murdered by a Jason when they were fucking alligator fishing.
We saw that at the beginning of the movie, and one of those, a person playing her dad, is none other than Robert Englund himself, Tom.
Oh, I thought
icon, Robert England.
I thought you were gonna bring up the son of a bitch. Something popped up, sorry. I thought you were gonna fucking hell. It's alright, I'll edit around this. I thought you were gonna talk about the gentleman from the Blair Witch Project. You remember him?
Eduardo Noriega?
No. The guy pissing off the boat.
No.
Yep. So there's another horror icon for you. The more memorable one in my book. So yeah, the Daria fan turns out to be the daughter and brother of the people who were just fucking Jasoned in the boat. So she's going on this fucking trip to hopefully find her fucking family. But unfortunately, the story of a mentally challenged boy who was murdered by his father, who ended up dying of a broken heart.
He was deformed, and his father accidentally hit him in the face with a hatchet. And then he was known as Hatchet Face, some shit.
That's right, Joe. So that's the local legend of this swamp.
Oh, and then some bullies threw firecrackers on his porch, and it caught the old cabin, the swamp cabin that they lived in, on fire.
Yeah, so these motherfuckers in a pig and chicken hunting clown mask, they go try and scare old Victor. But unfortunately, their firecrackers catch the shed on fire. So old fucking Victor's dad, Jason, comes down, tries to fucking break down the door with a hatchet when, I mean, there's a window right the fuck there. Just break the window out and, oh, maybe that'll just introduce more oxygen to the fucking fire. Like this smart movie was even thinking about shit like that. So old Victor's pressed up against the door and fucking Jason's trying to break the door down. But unfortunately, the axe goes through and goes into Victor's face. Probably not deep enough and in a position that would kill him. It's a movie, so fuck you. So the ghost of Victor haunts these swamps, and now who's gonna survive and what will be left of them? And that's pretty much the movie. You got some pretty good kills. Old fucking Office Space guy getting like chopped in half this way and just getting thrown aside. That was pretty cool. The fucking bitch getting her head ripped open like a Pez dispenser. That's fucking cool. But after that, the kills kind of go down and nothing quite lives up to those two. It's like you would think they'd get a little better.
There's the blood too. The blood looks like shit. There's some scene they reused 2 or 3 times where they're throwing blood against a tree, and that looks fucking awful.
I don't know if it looks awful.
It looks awful.
It looks a little dark, but everything in the movie looks a little dark because they built this swamp set in the desert. So it really gives it that made for sci-fi channel look to it where everything just looks like kind of fake and phony.
Old Victor Crowley himself, old Hatchet Face. He doesn't look good. And I'm surprised that Lloyd Kaufman didn't come out and sue them based on the look, because yeah, it's fucking Toxic Avenger, with some hair.
I think it looks okay. The darkness does a lot to help kind of hides. Well, Joe, once you start seeing the other movies, you'll be like, oh, yeah, I wish that darkness hiding some stuff was still there. But And this is, like we said, this is a comedy, but nothing about it is really funny. It's all just very lame. Oh, isn't this edgy humor? No. And very of its time. Kind of like Wiener Kid humor, I guess would be the best way to say the shit. I don't know. It is very of its time. Uh, but hey, it's a slasher movie. I would say this is better than most of them. You actually get a couple wild kills. Here's your some kind of monster guy. You got your titties. I've seen much worse slasher movies. I would say this is probably one of my favorite slasher movies, but I'm not really a kid anymore, and slasher movies are kind of for kids.
Yeah, just because there are worse slasher movies out there doesn't mean I'm gonna like this one. Um, this one's pretty fucking bad. Uh, if it is supposed to be a comedy, then it's even worse. Not fucking funny. You can't save a movie with just a few good fucking special effects. And yeah, I didn't give a shit. I didn't give a shit about anybody in it. Victor Crowley, all right, he's just another invincible boogeyman out there.
It's a ghost.
A ghost. But yeah, I like it probably even less than when I first watched it.
Well, we have that in common.
Mm.
This is the closest thing to being a Friday the 13th fan film without being a Friday the 13th fan film, I think.
And I don't like fan films. So there's another fucking mark against it.
What about Batman Dead End?
Pretty good.
So I like it. I still like it. Don't love it. I think a lot of it has to do with nostalgia. And I can admit that shit because the humor does suck. There's a couple good kills, but just basing it on a slasher movie level, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good, but the cracks in everything show because this was promoted. Oh, fuck you. You want some good old American horror, bitch? You're tired of all this other bullshit? Well, we got you, baby boy. Guess you didn't. Guess you didn't. But that's okay, Joe. Hatchet 2's next, so they have even more time to add more of the convention all-stars to the cast, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Have you seen any of these?
I've never seen any past the first one.
It's probably a good thing.
Hmm?
Going in fresh.
Yep.
Can't wait, right?
I can wait.
Well, hey, Joe. Maybe next week we'll find out why we're doing these on Black History Month.
All right.
Can't wait. So that was that. Mr. Black Pope, thank you for being the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, keeping the chat alive. Mr. Black Pope, I hope you remembered that it's Bam's birthday today. And if you didn't, well, that's okay. He probably didn't remember either. Thanks for being here. I'll talk to you soon, man.
DWMProductions.net, Mask Plus Props, custom work, fast custom shirts, hundreds of t-shirts, all at reasonable prices, plus custom work. Ugh, fuck. I'm done, Joe.
FastCustomShirts.com. T-shirts. We got t-shirts, and we do custom work too. Send us an email, and we'll get you on our list. We'll get some shit done for you. And yeah, conventions, that shit will be starting up soon too. BOYGOB.
Thanks for checking out the show. give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to DWNProductions.net and FastCustomShirts.com. Until next time,